single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Dear God, be my strength this day. Sometimes I can worry too much. Please help me to completely release it all into your hands. You will make a way. You always do. Amen. My all-new Cover Pink powder in Practitioner is now available on my website. Okay, here I'm showing you all how to begin to prep the nail bed for enhancement applications. You're going to need a cuticle pusher, and you're going to begin to push those cuticles back very gently. This is my drip ball bit. This is very important in using to prep that cuticle area. You can find these on my website as well. Okay, here I've just applied some already pre-colored nail tips, and I applied that with my Stick Me nail adhesive, also found on my website. I put those on all 10 fingers, and now you're just going to see me cut my shape. I am doing a long ballerina shape, so you'll get to see how I cut and shape that before I lay my acrylic. When cutting any shape, such as stiletto, coffin shape, or ballerina, etc., you want to make sure you're using a nail clipper that has a straight plate. You can use scissors, or you can use another type of cutting tool, but if you decide to use nail clippers, then you're going to need to use straight nail clippers. You're going to repeat this step until you complete all 10 fingers, and then you're going to go in and file those nails before laying that acrylic. So I'm getting ready to start applying my acrylic. I've already prepped my nails. I've went in, pushed my cuticles back with my cuticle pusher, and I went in with my ball bit, my drip bit, and I prepped my cuticles. When I finish the nail application, I'm going to actually go in and smooth and seal my cuticles with my comb bit. You'll see me do that. I'm going to go in with some nail dehydrator. And I've done the ballerina shape, so, and I've already got some pre-colored tips. This is a way that you can do a ombre without having to use 2 different color acrylics if you don't want to, or if you don't have access to another color acrylic. You can use colored tips. So I'm just applying that nail dehydrator on that nail. Prepping is key to your nails lasting the longest. I'm going in with my drip juice. This is what I'm using on my nails, and it's already in my dish. I'm going to be using brush cleaner. I'll go ahead and open that. I'm going to be using my number 12 oval Kolinsky brush. You can find all of these things that I'm mentioning on my website, www.drippretty.us. So, this is a custom mix. This is a new color that I'll be launching on my site. And I'm going to go ahead and show you all how that looks. And this one is going to be called Practitioner. It is a beautiful pink. It is a cover powder. And this is how it looks. And I'm going to be using this to ombre these nails. So with any acrylic, you want to make sure you are, especially if they've been sitting for a minute or so, you want to make sure that you go in and stir your acrylic. So I'm just going to take the end of these scissors and give that a good little stir, just to kind of make sure everything is mixed. I've already dehydrated the nails. Now I'm going with my nail primer. Now when you purchase my drip juice off of my website, this is a primerless monomer, but it is optional. You still can use primer on your nails, which I still do, but I have worn it with and without primer, and my nails have lasted just fine. So if you don't have access to primer, or you forget to put primer on the nails, then using my drip juice would help aid in that. You wouldn't have to worry about any lifting, not unless you or your client is a habitual lifter. And this product, my drip juice, is recommended to use with a primer if you are a habitual lifter. So I was going with two coats of my primer. Okay. Gonna go in with those 2 coats. So, just gonna make sure your brush is clean, and right now I do have something on my brush, so I'm getting ready to get it out of my brush. And if you have product built up in your nail brushes, all you really have to do is soak it in either your brush cleaner or just soak it in some monomer, and it'll go in and loosen that acrylic up. So before I get into doing my nails, I'm just gonna kind of give you the rundown on what's been going on. My website has relaunched today. Like I said, it's www.drippretty.us. It has relaunched, and I have a lot of new things on the site for you guys, and a lot more new things to come. So you can all go check that out. I'll have anything from nail jewelry to nail art to nail products, anything nails. I also sell mink eyelashes, and I also have lip care. So I do have glosses, lip oils, etc. I have all those type of things on there, so you just go take a look at that website, and yeah, y'all shop. So I've been very busy doing that, and like I said, I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on to get out to you guys still. You'll see me in this video use a lot of the products from my website. Only thing that I haven't used so far is the nail dehydrator and the primer. This nail dehydrator is from Nail Nails. And really, nail dehydrator is basically an alcohol. All you really need is something to dry that nail bed out once you prime it properly, so that you can remove any oils and things from the nails. So if you have your nails prepped and you still see shine or anything, then your nails are not properly prepped. So that would be a step you would need to take in doing so. So my brush should be ready. I've had it soaking in brush cleaner, and I really should have had this done before, but I didn't know it was in there. So my brush is done, and like I said, I'm gonna go in and show you and the angle of my camera is kind of funny, so you have to bear with me on how it actually looks. So you want to go ahead and place that first bead. Of acrylic. And like I said, this is one of my cover powders. You just want to place that bead, walk those sides out, and just start blending it into that tip. So I'm going to apply another bead here, and I'm just going to start blending that on up into the nail. Okay, so that's how your blend should be looking. I'm going to use the tip of your brush to lightly blend those two together. Now, doing ombres is something you can always build skill on, so it's not something you have to be perfect, completely perfect at. It's just something that takes lots of practice and getting used to controlling your brush. But other than that, ombres are pretty simple to achieve. Like I said, practice, practice, practice is what is required, you know, to get it where it needs to be. So now that this nail is done. That is the blend. And your ombre should have a smooth transition. So if your ombre is not transitioning smoothly, then you're probably working a little too slow, or your beads are too dry. So when doing ombres, you have to work with your beads being slightly wetter than normal. Now when you get closer to the cuticle, you want to place your bead. And you don't want to sit it directly at the cuticle. You want to push that acrylic into your cuticle and go ahead and start blending the rest in. You don't want to place a lot of monomer at your cuticle area, because it will flood your cuticles, and that is definitely a problem, because it'll cause you to lift, and that's something that you do not want at any time. So I'm really loving the way this pink is looking. Like I said, you'll be able to find this. It's not available right yet. There's just a new color that I'm putting on the site. But this one is called Practitioner. And it's a beautiful cover pink. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cover pink. And in the spots where you think you need a little more acrylic, you just add that wherever, and like I said, just blend, lightly tapping that acrylic into place. So again, taking the bead, placing it, walking the sides out, as you can see me doing, going ahead and lightly blending that into that tip. And as you get close, like I said, to the cuticle, you're going to place your bead. Walk that out. And you just want to push it. Just want to push that product to the cuticle, because you don't want to end up flooding your cuticle at all. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more here. Now once I finish doing these ombres, I'm going to go in with my liquid bandage, which is my clear, and we're going to use that to encapsulate these nails. These are not core powders, and if you're not sure what core powders are powders that are used for strength. So these powders that I'm using is not really strength powders. They're not really for strength. So it's best if you encapsulate it. Now core powders do not have to be encapsulated, because like I said, that is the strength powder. And my liquid bandage is my core powder. That and my Stick Me, those are my two core powders. So Stick Me and liquid bandage, if you're looking for core powders, you can find them on my website. you know, as well. So if you can see, that ombre is looking really nice. Colors are looking really nice. I'm gonna grab that bead. I'm gonna place that bead. I'm gonna walk that bead out. I'm gonna start blending it out and down into that tip. And like I said, perfecting your ombres really comes in with controlling your powder to liquid ratio and your speed. So if you can get your power liquid ratio and your speed, you know, pretty much down pat, then you can take on any kind of ombre. So you're going to take the tip of your brush. You can find this brush on my website. Take the tip of that brush and blend that on into that nail. I'm going to add another bead of acrylic. You're going to place it. You're going to walk it out. You're going to push it closer to that cuticle, because you don't want to actually sit a bead at your cuticle unless you are very properly, you know, trained in how to do that without flooding the cuticles. But a way to avoid doing that is to apply your acrylic, push it to your cuticle, not using super wet beads. So your bead near your cuticle should be drier than the beads from sculpting the nail itself. Okay, so these ombres are looking very pretty. Really loving how it's turning out. This color choice. This is my first time using this color of mine's on a set. I've tested them on, of course, the color on nails, but not on a set. So just wanted to kind of tell you what was going on, show you some new products that I have. And yeah, but that's how these are looking so far. And also, when using colored tips, because you're ombreing and you're only really applying the acrylic to your nail bed area, you want to make sure that you are using a core powder for strength, because these tips still have no acrylic or anything on them. So we're not too much worried about building the apex of the nail right now, because I've pretty much done some of that with the acrylic. But if you haven't built apexes during your nail application, then you can do that with your core powder or the last color of acrylic that you use. So okay, so like I said, this is my liquid bandage. You only get this size right here if you order my Old Dot collection. The Old Dot collection is a collection of 3 of my acrylics, which is my core powders, which is the liquid bandage, the Simply Sick, and my It's No Butter Love. It's No Butter Love is not a core powder, but you can encapsulate with this liquid bandage and it will be just fine. So this is what we're actually going to use after I finish applying the acrylic to this hand. So we're going to go ahead and grab a bead. And before you grab the bead and place it on there, you can see whether your bead is too wet or too dry. So we're actually taking the tip of that brush and we're going ahead and blending that in to that tip. Placing another bead. Walking it out. Blending it. This pink is definitely a beautiful pink. Definitely a beautiful pink to have as a color powder. Great for doing ombres, French manicures. It's definitely great. Definitely great for all of that. So again, I'm gonna grab another bead, gonna place that bead. And as you get closer to the cuticle area, your beads are gonna get smaller in size. You're gonna be picking up less acrylic. Because like I said, you don't want to end up flooding your cuticles. So your beads get smaller and smaller. So you're gonna place that bead, you're gonna walk that out, and you have to move pretty fast. Press that to your cuticle area, and that'll be how you do your cuticle area. And I don't really have a favorite as far as how many bead methods, but I can do all methods of bead, which is one bead method, 2, 3. I use as many beads as I feel I need to when doing a set on me or my clients. So there's no right or wrong way to how many beads you use when you're doing a set. That just depends on you and your preference. So like I said, I use as many as I feel that I need to. Okay. So that nail is done as well. So like I said, if you go back and you see any areas that need a little more acrylic, a little more blending, and now is the time to do that before you actually go in and encapsulate that nail with your clear powder. And you don't always have to use clear to encapsulate. You can use a light sheer pink. If you have a translucent pink or sheer color powder, then you can use that. Definitely fine, because it's more on the clear side, so it wouldn't change how your acrylic color looks. So this is definitely a beautiful color pink. Trying to get it to focus. Definitely a beautiful color pink. When you're doing your nails, you want to make sure you land your acrylic as smoothly as possible. You don't have to go back in and do so much work filing and clean up around the cuticle area. So as you can see, you want very neat cuticles, and like I said, like you see here, very flush to your very flush. You want your cuticles to look like that, so the less work you have to do when going back at the end and cleaning those cuticles up and sealing those cuticles. So I'm going to go ahead and do this hand, and this is my non-dominant hand that I'm doing, and I'm very skilled in doing it. That did come with a lot of practice as well. So doing your non-dominant hand is slightly trickier than doing your dominant hand, just because that's not the hand that you're normally used to working with. So whenever you're using your non-dominant hand, you may want to go a lot slower than what you normally do. I typically do, because like I said, I can use both of my hands. I can write with both of my hands, but I just choose to use my right hand the most. So if you don't have or share that gift of being able to use both hands, and yes, that is a gift, then yeah, you want to move at a slower pace than you normally would. So applying your acrylic, like I said, on your non-dominant hand, it's a little trickier, but it's not that bad. Just wanted to show you how that looks. apply your bead of acrylic, walk those sides out, blend that on in, and you can push the remainder of that to the cuticle area. Yep, you can push that to the cuticle area. When you're doing your ombres, you can bring it up as high as you want. And we'll bring this one on my pinky a little higher. Just because I'm wearing long extensions, so I want my ombre to reflect that. Whenever you have longer nails, you want to make sure your ombre is brung up a lot higher than it would be on a shorter set of nails. Just so your transition will be a lot smoother. So that is how that looks, and we're just going to proceed with that until we finish getting everything on that we need. I'm going to walk that out. Like I said, I walk and talk y'all through this because nails is just repetitive. It's just basically doing the same thing over and over, and as you do it over and over, your skills increase. So I do offer nail courses, one-on-ones. If you're interested in those. Right now we have this coronavirus and everything going on, so we're not able to do any nails or really leave the house or do anything. So when everything gets back on course, then you can definitely book those sessions to learn some new techniques. I don't mind teaching. I'm really willing to teach you as much as I know. And then some things we can actually learn together. I'm going to place that bead, press it to that cuticle. And yeah. So skill level, all skill level is practicing. Practice, practice, practice. And you want to make sure you either get good training hands and you have a very, very large, vast amount of training hands and things that you can get to do nails on. I sell 2 of them on my website. I have training fingers, which are my amputate nail training fingers, and those are fingers that can be used multiple ways to achieve some nail looks and get some design practice and stuff in. Or you can use the my hands, my acrylic nail training practice hands. You can use those as well. They really do aid in helping you increase your skill level as well. Where I got a lot of my practice in was on myself and on clients. So definitely you want to be able to practice on what you feel most comfortable in. And I felt most comfortable practicing most of my nail career on other people. That's where you'll get your best practice at. That way you'll learn how to work the different types of nail conditions, nail beds, people with oily nail beds, things like that. You'll get to take some of that stuff hands on. So you'll really learn a lot more from doing it on a person. Doing nail training hands, having nail training hands is not a bad thing at all. It's definitely very beneficial because I have some myself. I have silicone ones from a few different places, and I also have some less expensive ones as well, and I've used them all, and they've all aided in helping me in some way. I don't care if I paid $2 or $2,000 for it, just hypothetically speaking. But they all aided in somehow helping me to achieve a greater skill at doing this. So yeah, you just want to make sure you're practicing. Invest in yourself. That's something that I had to learn just over time, being a business owner. Just invest in yourself. The more you invest in yourself, you know, you might look at it in that moment and say, you know, it's too much, I can't afford to do this. But once you actually invest in yourself, and that's in whatever type of business you're in, or whatever it is that you're planning or wanting to do, just invest in it. Investing doesn't always mean having money either. Because there's a lot of times where I didn't have a lot of money to do a lot of things for my business. And, you know, you can invest by doing research. That's how you can invest in yourself. So not just always spending money is not just always ways you can invest in yourself. Really invest in yourself, you know, researching and finding out, you know, different ways to do things, or, you know, things of that nature. But money is not always, does not always have to be something that you have to increase your skill level. Like I said, I've been many times without being there financially to, you know, go out and make financial investments, a lot of financial investments. I've made a lot of financial investments before, but some that I would like to make, it just hasn't been possible yet. You know, God willing, one day I'll be able to invest more and more and more in my business like I want, you know, as my business continues to grow. So that's why I just really enjoy teaching and showing you all how to actually keep at it, you know, how not to give up and how to keep growing in whatever it is that you're trying to do. So, you know, and always keep God first in everything that you do, and it will most definitely work out every time, no doubt. You don't have to worry about how something is going to turn out, because, you know, once you pray about it and leave it there, He will answer your prayers. And, you know, leaving all the figuring out is done. It's up to Him. It's not up to us. So if you're a person that's trying to figure it out and you just can't figure it out, give it to God. You know, that's who does, I would say 95% of my figuring out. He does 95% of my figuring out things. I just really talk to Him and I pray, and He'll open doors. So you really just have to be mindful of that. You know, put God first in whatever it is you're doing, business, whatever, anything you're trying to learn. Put Him first. He'll open up that door. He'll send the right person. He'll send the right, you know, financial situation. If that's, you know, something that you're having issues with, He'll send the necessary sources and resources that you need to accomplish whatever it is. You know, just sit down and have a talk with Him, and He'll definitely work it out for you. You know, He definitely will. Definitely will. So I'm getting closer to finishing. I'm going in with my bead that's going to go near my cuticle, walking that out. Now with my acrylics, you do have time to work with the powders. You don't want to work too slow because they do dry. This is a medium to fast set. These are medium to fast set powders, so you have some time, but you don't want to take too much time, you know. You have some time to get it right. And I always tell, even my kids, it's something I always tell my kids. It's just something I've always kept in my head, and it's worked well for me, and that's what I instill in them. You know, if you practice slow, you're going to work slow. You know, practice fast. Practice with some speed is what I'm trying to say. Practice with speed. Don't practice to be slow. It irritates me. It really irritates me when you practicing slow. Like, it's just me. That's just something that, it's kind of one of my pet peeves, to practice something slow. Especially when you actually can, you know, put a lot more speed to it, and you just intentionally moving like a turtle. You know, some things are meant to practice slow. So I'm not going to say all things are not meant to practice slow, but just don't get in the habit of learning slow. No, practicing slow. Don't get in the habit of it. It's okay to start out like that, but to do nails, or say you've been doing nails or whatever it is, and you're still doing it at the same level, and you've been doing it for 2 and 3 years, you know, that's what I mean by practicing slow. You have to form new habits. You have to form new habits, and the better the more you do this, the better you become at it. So that's what I mean. Speed will come. Speed will definitely come with doing nails or anything else, because like I said, it's just repetition, you know. It's just repetition. So yes, we're going in and we're gonna finish this setup. I'm not gonna do too much to this set, and I really, because I'm loving this so much and I'm loving the color choice that I chose, I'm really thinking about just top coating it and leaving it exactly like this. I don't really want any designs on it right now. I don't think. I can also always come back and add some different designs or rhinestones or something to it. I can always do that, so just keep that in mind. Pressing it to that cuticle while blending it out. So again, placing those beads, going back in, filling in areas that you may possibly see an area. I'm a perfectionist, so you'll probably see me do a lot of repetitive stuff, and you'll probably be looking at my videos like, why she went back and did that? It was fine. I'm just a perfectionist. I just have an eye for perfection. If it does not look right to me, I will do it over 1,000 times, or I'll either start completely over. It does not matter what it is. I am just like that. That is the Virgo in me. We are perfectionists. And when I said we are perfectionists, we are perfectionists. It has to be done right, or, you know, it can't be done at all. That's just how I roll. And I've always, like I said, that's just part of me being a Virgo. But I've always been like that in everything. You know, it has to be right. Like, it has to be right. There's no way around it. There's no cheating and doing it a different way or patching it up. It has to be done right. So sometimes, and it still happens sometimes, I am very great at what I do, but it happens to all of us. Sometimes I'll do a set of nails on myself and I don't like them, and I'll take the whole thing off and I'll redo everything. And that's just how I do. And when I mean take the whole thing off, I mean redo the entire design. I can sit there for 2 or 3 hours and do a design, and if I don't like it, it's coming off. And like I said, that's just the perfection in me. If I see something wrong or something I can improve, I'm gonna do it right then. I don't wait around to perfect what it is that I see an issue with. You know, I do it right then. And like I said, that's a Virgo. That's a Virgo for you. So if you never been with a Virgo, or you're not a Virgo, then that's definitely one of the traits to look out for when encountering a Virgo. We are perfectionists. So right now, all of my nails are completed with my acrylic. And this is something you want to make sure you're doing. I don't care what it is, whether it's a liquid, whether it's a powder. When you are finished with your containers, then make sure you are closing them. Because you will knock them over. I've done it a million times, and I can't tell you how many times it has really irked my brains to have knocked over product that I didn't have to knock over. So now that these are fully, I like to turn my napkin inside out once I actually finish applying my colored acrylic. Just because I like to work on a clean slate, and we're going to go and encapsulate with that. So look how beautiful that color is, y'all. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. Look how nice and neat that acrylic is laid. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice and neat. So now I'm going in with my liquid bandage, and this is from my old doc. You can see it. This is from my old doc collection. And this is one of my core powders. The other core powder, like I said, is my Simply Pink. I mean, Simply Sick. I'm sorry. And it is my pink core powder. And the pink is more on a, it's not a translucent pink, but it is a very sheer pink. It's a light pink. So if you're looking for core powders, I do have 2 core powders on my site. So I'm going to go back in with my dominant hand, and I'm just going to go and I'm going to start building my apex if I don't have one already, and just encapsulate that whole nail. So just going in, cleaning that nail up. You want to make sure you're taking one of those beads, placing it at the tip of that nail, feathering it back down into that. I'm going to work on controlling those beads, controlling those beads, controlling those beads. I can't stress that enough about controlling those beads. So, like I said, this is my core powder. They are strength powders. My core powders are very strong. Like, it takes a lot to break nails with my core powders. That's how strong they are. All of my products are MMA free, so you don't have to worry about getting any of that bad stuff for your nails, because we don't play that over here at Drip Pretty Acrylics. We want you, our customer, to remain healthy, to remain safe in whatever products that you're using on you or your clients. So yep, we're just going in and encapsulating. You don't need a whole lot of acrylic to encapsulate. Not a whole lot. But you do want to make sure that you are encapsulating those nails well enough. So placing that bead, and you're going to put that back into that nail. Same thing, another bead of acrylic. I like to place my bead right here in the center, right above my natural nail. That's where I like to start the apex. That's where you need your strength, especially when you have long nails. So I like a really strong apex when I do my lengthy nails, because like I said, they're longer length nails, and you have a chance of hitting them a little more, getting them caught into things a little more. So you want to make sure that they are protected and that they do not break on you. Okay, so you don't want to encapsulate too thickly either, because it will change the shape of your acrylic. I mean your nails. So just keep that in mind too. Applying too much acrylic can and will change the shape of your nails. So I'm not going to do any designs on these nails today, like I said, just because I want to wear them like this for a couple of days. And I'm always changing my nails, so I'm sure those couple of days will be in, you know, a day or 2 or 3 or so. Just because I don't like looking at my hand the same every day. I always change my nails. Always. It's just a habit. Like, you have to change your underwear. I have to change my nails. I just have to do it. My life doesn't go right if I don't change my nails. Like I said, I just get bored at looking at the same design. So, and because I love doing nails so much, it's really a space for me where I calm. It's a calm. It's very relaxing to me. So, and I'm sorry, I'm out of frame, y'all. So it's very good. And so far, these are my nails. I love that deep curve in my nails. I love that deep curve. This is Drip Pretty, y'all. This is Drip Pretty acrylics. I take pride in being able to give you all the correct tools, the correct products that you need to achieve, you know, these same kind of sets. Whether it be you doing them yourself or you going to a salon and getting them done. I'm speaking it. My products will be in a lot of salons, nail salons, in the near future. You know, it's an honor just to have them, you know, in people's homes and in people's, you know, nail salons. But I'm really pushing to have it in stores and, you know, really a lot of other places. You have to dream big and think big, and it'll happen for you. So I really, really, really want to, and really gonna push my brand as much as I can in any way that I can. So this nail hand is completely encapsulated. Gosh, this pink is so pretty. This pink is so pretty. So pretty. So now that I'm finished my dominant hand, I'm going to go in with my non-dominant hand, and we're going to encapsulate same way we did when we applied the acrylic. I'm going to make sure I'm going a lot slower than normal, just because even though I'm very skilled in doing this, I do still like to take my time on myself as well. And I'm not sure if y'all can hear it, but I'm inside my shop and my kids are outside playing. And you probably can hear them out there. So I hope you don't hear too much of their playtime in the video. I kind of hope that my voice is drowning out a lot of it. So I have, and one of the reasons you can't hear them is because I have my windows down. I have my windows open in my shop, and I'm just catching some fresh air breeze, and you can really hear them outside. You know, they're really out there having a ball. But I definitely can hear everything out there they're doing, which is a good thing. So I don't know if they're getting into anything or not. Like I said, you want to make sure you placing one of those beads on the tip of that nail for strength. Two of the areas that most likely prone to breaking is in the center of that nail, where the apex should be built, or either at the tip of that nail. Those should be the two places that are focused on more. Overall, you should focus on your entire nail, but those are the two that I recommend you really do take, be mindful of when applying acrylic. Those two areas, your scratch point areas, your apex area, and the tip of your nails. You don't want to stress out about the cuticle area because you don't want a lot of acrylic there, for the simple fact you don't want to flood your cuticles with acrylic and have bulky cuticles. You want to be as natural and seamless as possible. So yep, building that apex same way. When you're sculpting that nail, you're gonna place your bead and walk it out. What I find, some people that I teach doing nails, what I find a lot of them doing is when they're applying that bead of acrylic, they immediately mash that bead of acrylic out. You're supposed to walk the sides out, and then by the time you do that, then you go back in and lightly just blend that nail in, so you won't take away that apex. Because I used to do it. That was a habit that I had when I was teaching myself to do nails, you know, placing that bead of acrylic on my nail, and immediately I would go direct to the center of that nail and mash it down, and I would remove that apex. So you want to make sure you're not removing what you need on that nail the most. So yep, y'all, this is basically how you do an entire set of nails, y'all. And I've only been doing this set right now. I'll be finishing the second, encapsulating, and outside of encapsulating, I did this in a ample amount of time. Your sets take you, like I said, depends on your speed. It'll take you anywhere from an hour to 2.5, 3 hours to do a set. And I've only been working on this set for 52 minutes. So, like I said, speed comes with time and practice. That's what it comes with, time and practice. Place that bead, move that liquid, extra liquid from that brush, walk it out. Yeah, and if y'all need a good brush, like I said, definitely check out my website. My brushes are the bomb. I've been using the same brush right here for over a year and some change. So my brushes do last. I've been using this same brush for over a year and some change. And like I said, this is my number 12 brush. I do have them in different colors. I only carry a size 12 and a size 14 brush in my store. So I hope I wasn't out of frame just now. Hope you were able to see what it was. Y'all, look at the strength of my nails. They are very hard. They're not flimsy. Like I said, my core powder is the truth. My core product is the truth. It is definitely something you want to make sure that you have in your nail stash if you don't have it in your nail stash. I lie to you not. I have a lot of staple items on my site that not only I, but my clients and my customers that shop off of my site love. Like, they have to have certain products. Like, they're just that product. So I do have bestsellers and all. So, like I said, my goal is to give you the best, to be able to create, you know, that flawless set of nails. Not just acrylics, but the tools that you need. Like I said, if you need bits, drill bits, let me show you. I have bits. My bullet, my cone, and my ball bit. Those are crucial in doing a set of nails, especially if you want those flawless nails that last a long time. Before I had this set, I hadn't had nails on for I hadn't redone my nails for a couple of months, and because I've been really having some things going on, and I just really couldn't focus on my nails. And the nails that I had on for, it was for 4 months. I had those nails on for 4 months. Yes, I know it sounds like I said I had a lot going on. So they grew out, and then once they grew out, they didn't break. They were still on there strong. And after a while, I started soaking them off one by one. And just today, I soaked off the last bit of acrylic off of my nail. After that amount of time. So, like I said, my product lasts. That set was on me for 4 months. 4 months. And my nails don't grow really fast. Like, you would think it's unbelievable. And I recommend my clients as well not to leave your nails on that long without getting fill-ins or getting new sets. But my nails don't grow really fast in nails. So I can have a set of nails on for 3 or 4 weeks and it doesn't even need a fill-in. It really doesn't even look like it needs a fill-in. Like, my nail will barely have space between my cuticle area and my nail. So so definitely I don't recommend you keep it on that long, but that just goes to show you how my product actually performs. I lie to you not, my clients as well. Their nails last just as well, just as long, just as well, if they would prefer to keep it that long, which is, like I said, something I don't recommend they do, but you have some people that do, you know, keep their nails on. And for those nail techs that do nails, and you have clients that come and get a set of nails, and you'll wonder why they didn't come back, and it's been a month and a half, 2 months. Y'all, those clients are wearing those nails out. I'm telling you. Not all clients are like me and want a new design and tired of looking at their hand every couple of days or every week, and they come in and get a different design or a set. But you actually have clients that they love nails that last. And I've had several clients that even new clients. I've had new clients I've done. I was like, oh well, I haven't seen them in X, Y, Z amount of time, and when I do get a phone call, it's them booking, and they still have on the same set. So, like I said, my products are quality products, and they perform as they should. So, if you haven't tried my line, if you haven't tried my line of acrylics, then I'm all out of frame, y'all. I'm sorry. If you haven't tried my line of acrylics, then definitely do that. Definitely do that. So, I am going to I'm gonna finish showing you on camera. I was gonna just come back once I finish filing and stuff, but I'm gonna just show you the entire process. I'm sure I'm not boring y'all talking. Like I said, when you're learning and when you're soaking up all this information, there's no way you can get bored. Yeah, I'll sit on YouTube for hours and I'll watch videos of other nail techs. Just watching them do designs. It don't even have to be the application of the nail. Just watching them do the design of the nails. It's just so therapeutic. It really is so therapeutic. Especially when you love doing it. That makes it even better. That definitely makes it better. So, encapsulating this part of the nail. This side. And yeah, y'all, in just a little over an hour, have a complete, well, just a minute over an hour. It's a minute and it's 1 hour and 1 minute that I've been doing my nails. So you can do a set of nails in an hour or under. Minus doing nail designs and stuff, you definitely can. You definitely can do a set in an hour or under. But you must practice. You must definitely practice your skill in speed. And remember, y'all, what I said. If you practice slow, you will learn slow. That's just something like I said, I always like to instill in my kids. And turns out they do well with my theory. So, yep. That is that part. So, my nails are completely done. Nails are completely done as far as laying the acrylic is what I mean by completely done. So, these nails are already dry. Doesn't take much. They are already dry, so now it's time to smooth these bad boys out. So like I said, my nails are already pretty smooth because I am very good at laying my acrylic. That comes with experience, that comes with practice, that comes with repetition. So the more you do it, the better you lay that acrylic, the less filing and shaping at the end that you have to do. And like I said, make sure you're closing up your products, because if you don't close up your products, oh my God, you will have a mess out of nowhere. So these, like I said, these are the 2 products of mine that I use. So this is the colors. This is my liquid bandage, and this is the new color called Practitioner that I'll be launching soon. I just want to show you all how that color looked and kind of see what you all felt about that color before I actually launch that color. But this is definitely a set to be remembered. Definitely a set to be remembered. I really enjoy my nails to look and or be in a certain design. So I'm cleaning my brush, and once I finish doing my set, I like to let my brush cleaner soak in, my acrylic brush, my nail brush, soak in my brush cleaner for a minute or 2 or 3 before I am storing that. So, like I said, this is the same brush that I have been using for over a year and some change, and it's still in great condition. Take care of your brushes and they'll take care of you. Oh, let me show you something else. Like my brushes, they do come apart. You can store them, cover them up. I hardly ever fold them up, but you can definitely store them inside of its container. You definitely can. So that's an option. Or you can use it at this length. If you rather work with a shorter brush, you can. But I like to add my extension and use my brush that way. So now I'm going to get into my nail drill. I now call it a nail drill. You hear me say drill, you will hear me say e-file. The proper term is e-file. That just depends, I guess, on the mood I'm in or what I'm talking about. That's that. So I'm going to go in first, and I'm going to clean up my sides, the sides of my nails, which I don't have to do a lot of because my shaping is already done. Shaping is already done, but I'm going to go in and clean up anything extra that I have on that nail. Or so I want to make sure, and I hope I don't sound too muffled because I have my face mask on. I sell those on my website as well. I actually have a different kind on, but I sell face masks on my website, and those are crucial for your health when doing nails, because you don't want to breathe in that dust. It can be an issue. It can be an issue for your lungs. It can be an issue for your lungs. So over time, there was a time when I didn't wear face masks and really wasn't mindful of the damage it could do. And sometimes when I was finished doing a set of nails or whatever, later on that night I would feel it. It'll feel like you can't really breathe. So I've experienced that hands-on. So I recommend, if you don't have face masks or you don't work with face masks, that you really do so, because that can really be a problem for your health. And you don't need any problems with your health that can be controlled. So like I said, I don't have to go in and do a lot of cleaning up or shape or anything, because all that was done before. And as long as you're laying your acrylic smooth and not lumpy and bumpy, you don't have a whole lot of work to do when going in afterwards. You have little to no cleaning up to do. Little to no cleaning up. And I like as less work as possible. So I'm mindful of how I lay my acrylic and stuff. Very mindful of how I lay that acrylic and stuff. So I won't put myself through the hassle of having too much work to do. You know, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. So this is what they look like. Yeah, and I do recommend that you learn how to do, I teach that method as well in my courses, how to actually do a full set of nails without using the e-file. Because in case, if there is ever a case that happens where you're using a file and you don't have electricity, or you lose electricity, then you can finish your client without a problem. You can definitely choose. You can definitely do that. So right now I'm just pretty much just buffing this nail out. So you'll see me go in a minute. And I'm going to take my comb bit, which is my bit used to seal the cuticles, clean around that cuticle area. You'll see me take my comb bit and go in and clean up around my cuticle area. All of these are very important steps in creating that flawless, non-lifting full set. So now I'm going over to my other hand. Clean up that. Like I said, which is little to no work. And I don't know if it sounds like it, but my drill, my e-file is not up on a high speed. Not a super high speed. This is a powerful drill that I have. One of the best that I've ever had, and I wouldn't trade that baby for nothing. And This nail e-file has never steered me wrong. Ever. After I finish with this e-file, I am going to go back into my hand file again. That is part of the perfectionist in me. That's something that I really, that's just something that I really just love to do, because I love, I love that crisp look. So, and once I cleaned up with a file, or actually once I finish this process, and I'm going to seal my cuticles, I'm going to show you how my nail bit works. And then we'll buff them out and apply my top coat. And we'll be good to go on this set. Alright, and pinky. Now the time you want to go back and make sure you're checking your nails. Sorry, I'm out of frame again. You want to make sure you're checking all angles. Make sure you're checking all angles of the nails. And that's on both hands. And any part that you can see that needs some assistance, you go right on ahead and you take care of that. You go right ahead and take care of that part. Y'all, the way my camera is set up, I am going out of frame and not paying attention because, not looking at the camera because I am trying to turn my hand on the angles that I needed. So forgive me if you saw me going out of frame a few times. If you did, then that was why. Yes, you want to make sure you check in. I love a curve in my nail, y'all. I got to have curves. I have to have it. So you want to make sure you're turning your hand this way towards you and looking at how your apex and everything is sitting. Very crucial. Okay, so we're going to turn off my e-file. Just going to get some of this dust away out of my area. Yeah, I do not have a dust collector because I have made several attempts on purchasing some, and when I tell you they collect no dust at all, they really are very pricey. No, I haven't bought one that was $200 or $300 or $400. I bought some that was about $60 or $70, and whew, those they don't work. They don't work. So if y'all know a drill, if y'all know a nail dust collector that's very great, reasonable price, then let me know. Because the ones I have do not perform. Or the ones I had, because I sent them back after they just didn't collect. I had one that collects so much dust. It collected the dust, but then the dust came back through the bag. I had another one that didn't collect any. Like, the dust still sits there. I still have a lot of dust when I'm finished. So I'm like, okay, what's the purpose of having it if it's not working? Anyway, I'm going in with my cone bit. These are my medium. All my bits are medium safety bits, and we're going to go in and clean up that cuticle with this. So this was going to help you get in the corner. And it's going to really help you get in there and seal those cuticles. And I love the very fine tip. See, these are safety bits, so they won't puncture your hand. Now, unless you just leave it there for a minute, which I don't think you would do. And they clean up very nicely. They seal like a charm. They seal those cuticles like a charm. So if you don't have any of my nail bits, then definitely grab you. I would say grab the entire collection. But if you just need a certain bit, I do have 3 of the most important bits you'll need when doing nails. I have 3 of the most important, most crucial to a flawless nail application. So you can see how it cleans that cuticle area, how it seals the deal. It gets in there and seals the deal. Y'all, I have some of the best nail products. Took tons of research, tons of finding vendors. So I can really say that I am really proud of my journey of becoming a supplier of the things that you need for nails. Because I really put blood, sweat, and tears into finding these vendors and stuff. And the manufacturers I work with. And no, my products do not come from China. They're originally probably made there, but I have U.S. vendors. They're probably Chinese people or Asian, but I have, they are located in the United States. Okay. As y'all can see, those cuticles are looking right. Y'all, this comb bit is the truth. It is the truth. Got my cuticles looking flawless as ever. Now clean up your cuticle with your non-dominant hands a lot trickier. It's a lot trickier. But practice comes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Sealing the deal, y'all. I'm sealing the deal. Okay, y'all. I like to go in. Give it one last file before I give it that buff. One nice file before I give it a buff. Y'all, with an hour and 38 minutes in, we're closer to dripping pretty. Dripping completely pretty. Alright. Now it's buffer time. Now these are my buffer blocks that you can find on my website as well. Definitely needed in the final process of getting those nails all the way together. I'm gonna buff those nails out really well. And I'm gonna move my hand from in front of the camera so y'all won't see all that shaking and make you dizzy. Definitely gonna do this to both hands. Yeah, I like to buff under my nails. That just smooths everything out, especially when you're doing stilettos. Alright, y'all, and my nails are buffed. Again, I'm going to take my dusting brush and just brush away the dust because I don't have another way to get rid of it right now. If you are a company that sells dust collectors and you would like to have your product review, you can always send it to me and I'll definitely let you know what's what with it. So, because I don't have my my Mint Me Control Spray, that is one of my antiseptic sprays that I do sell on my website as well. You can pick up your bottle of that. I like to spray my hands down with that before I start on the client or before I start on my nails. I didn't have any in reach when I started mine on this set, so I just sprayed it down with some alcohol. But I like to use my Mint Me Control disinfectant spray. And it is very good for, of course, keeping everything clean together like it's supposed to be, sanitized. And when I finish my set, I like to go in with that as well, and just to clean up all the dust. But like I said, I'm going to use alcohol because that's what I have on hand near me. So that's what I'm going to use. And so now is the time that I top coat. But anyway, I'm going to be using my Revive No White top coat. I'm going to be using that. You can purchase this on my site as well. So we're going to go in, apply this top coat. And all you need is a thin coat of this top coat. My top coat does dry 30 seconds in an LED light, 1 minute in a UV light. So just like that. All you need is one top coat. One coat of the top coat. Excuse me. I'm using one coat of this. Applying that very evenly. Same thing with my thumb. And then we're going to place it in my nail oven. You can find those on my website as well. I'm going to place that in there for 30 seconds. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other hand and apply it in the nail oven for 30 seconds. My nail ovens are very compact in size, very powerful, and it will get the job done. So if you're in need of a nail lamp, it is LED, then you can definitely get one of those. So now it's time for me to top coat this hand. As you can see, these are finished. They are dry. They are finished and they are dry. Very super glossy. Acetone proof. All of that great stuff. Y'all, my top coat is the truth. This is the #1 seller. Definitely #1 seller. And if you haven't tried it or re-up on your supply of it, then go ahead and do so. Top coat is in high demand, and it's very hard to find a great top coat. So once you definitely get a bottle of this Revive No White top coat, then your trouble of finding a top coat will be over. This top coat also is very durable. It adds extra strength to the nails as well. Not only does it just gives it a nice shine, but it does add an extra layer of strength. Like I said, very durable. You want to make sure you're using very thin coats. Make sure you're applying it very evenly. And I'm gonna do the thumb. You want to make sure you're holding your fingers down on the angle when you are applying any type of polish, gel, top coats, or whatever, because you don't want it to run into your cuticles. Because it is liquid, it does still move until it is fully cured. So I'm gonna put this in my nail oven for 30 seconds. And we'll be all done with my set. While I'm doing that, I can't find the one I had in here with it, but the last step to this nail application is applying my cuticle cough syrup, and I have those in 2 fragrances: Cupcake and Cotton Candy. And I'm going to be applying Cotton Candy. It comes with a syringe, and that's for sanitary purposes. But because I can't find my syringe, I'm just going to apply it with a brush that I use. I'm going to apply that with a brush I use. And give those cuticles a nice oiling. I'm just going to rub that in on my hands. And there you have it. You have a full set. Very beautiful set. You can find this pink cover powder on my website. Give me a little longer to get everything uploaded on there as far as that particular color. Everything else is already on the site. I'm still adding new products every day. So as I get them in, I'm still waiting on shipments from companies, you know, because like I said, because this virus is taking a while to get everything at once. So it's process is slow. But like I said, this is my cover powder. And this one is called Practitioner. And if you're not familiar with my line, my whole line is, I came up with the idea of medical. I wanted, ever since I designed my logo for my company, which is my logo, I actually designed all the logos for every business that I own. Once I designed my logo for that, I knew right then I wanted everything in my nail line to be revolved around the medical field. So you'll see a lot of my products named after things that you'll find in hospitals, doctor offices, etc. Like I said, this acrylic is called liquid bandage, and that's because, of course, you have liquid band-aids. Practitioner, of course, is just what it is, a practitioner. This is my drip juice. Of course, it doesn't say anything about the medical field other than drip juice, and what it does. Reason for naming it drip juice is because of this IV bag. That's why I called it drip juice. And everything has a name that's surrounded by the medical field. So yeah, like I said, this is my set. Very beautifully done. Very clean. Clean cuticles. Just an all-around remarkable set. It really is. It's an all-around remarkable set. Colors came out perfectly. Top coat is on point, as you can see. Cuticles on point, as you can see. Shout out to my bits, my drill bits that you can either buy in the collection with all three, or either you can buy them individually. So it's up to you. But you do have options. You are able to have access to those. But this definitely is a beautiful set of nails. Like I said, y'all, for more videos, make sure you're liking and commenting on the videos. Keep all negative comments to yourself. If something on the videos are not for you, then just move to the next one. There's plenty of YouTube videos floating around that teaches you different things. I'm here to promote my brand, how I do things, how I teach. I am a licensed cosmetologist and so forth, so on. I am a nail technician, of course, as well. I'm a photographer, and I do a whole bunch of other things. So yeah, I just want to keep the videos coming for you. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm getting ready to be back with some more. And yeah, until my next video, you guys, these are the things that I used of my products. And you can find these all on my website, www.drippretty.us. See you all in my next video.